Welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Another one.
Final Four weekend.
Yeah, Final Four weekend. We got a preview for you today. We got some other stuff to go over, maybe a little NFL draft stuff. Apparently, Lamar Jackson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. have a trademark dispute over a number.
Over the number 8.
Yeah, that's weird. And then, I mean, maybe a little baseball. We'll see. What can we get into? First, why not? Let's kick off with the Final Four.
Yes, sir. We apparently were way off on some of our predictions last week.
Just a little bit. Whoopsie.
The game that we expected to be a disastrous blowout actually was the best game of the entire
I have to agree with you.
4. I mean, everybody else was pretty much a shellacking. Alabama and Tennessee could not buy a bucket.
Tennessee was awful.
Ooh.
What did I say?
That had them not making shots had zero to do with Rick Barnes.
What did I say?
But it had zero to do with Rick Barnes.
What did I say? What did I say?
I mean, Rick Barnes not the one shooting the ball.
Dude, overrated. You can't use the same excuse every time. He never has his team prepared to play in the big moments. Plain and simple. That's what happens. Gets to the big moment.
1 of 19 from 3-point range in the first half.
Not prepared to
1
play.
of 19.
Weren't ready.
You
Weren't
don't
ready.
prepare. They're either falling or they're not. And they were not. Alabama had the same issue against Duke. You going to say Nate Oates was choking?
Nate Oates.
It's the same principle.
No, Nate Oates does not have the resume or the longevity that Rick Barnes does. Everybody wants to talk about Rick Barnes and him being the winningest active coach right now and all this.
He is.
I know. That's cool. But guess what? One Final Four. One to show.
Well, Nate Oates' team did the exact same thing. They choked it up too.
They did.
I mean, it was awful for them also.
I mean, I agree. I'm not saying anything.
Really, it was awful for everybody. It was really awful for Alabama, Tennessee, and Michigan State pretty much. I mean, Lord. I thought Michigan State was going to put up a little more fight in that, but they did not fight at all.
No.
At all.
Rick Barnes is overrated. Overrated.
Dude, you can prepare all you want. If shots aren't falling, shots aren't falling.
Look, dude.
I've been on the other end of those ass whoopings. I've been on the good side of those ass whoopings. It sucks.
I just told you what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I told you.
No, you said Rick Barnes was going to choke it up. You didn't say his entire team was going to choke it up.
Doesn't matter. Who outlives those players in the program? Generally the coach.
Generally the coach does.
So,
which at the moment, if you want to be honest, this has been the most successful Tennessee basketball has probably ever been. I mean, it is.
I know, it's just funny to me.
I mean,
the very best team they've had in their history went to the Elite Eight.
Dude,
and you'll see, like,
look at the
Tennessee fans be like, well, we beat you when it mattered. Okay, one time.
Well, I mean,
when have you been in the Final Four? Never heard Rocky Top in the Final Four, have you?
No, I've never heard Rocky Top in the Final Four. That I'll give you.
No, you're not. You're not going to hear it.
But, I mean, I've seen good Carolina teams not go as far as they should have went.
Oh, I mean, that happens. Yeah,
I mean, it happens all the time.
I mean, the 2015 Kentucky team should have won it all with all that talent. It is what it is.
I mean, look at what is it, 83?
Hell, the 2010 Kentucky team should have won it all with John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins.
I think it was the 83 or 84 Carolina team that had Jordan's junior year along with like Kenny Smith and Sam Perkins and those
you look
guys.
Back, those are the guys they should have won.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's why the tournament is what it is. I'm just
rubbing
Kansas
it in
game on Tennessee fans. I need to.
I know. That's part of being Kentucky.
But I don't like Rick Barnes, so I'll continue to say that. Fuck Tennessee. Fuck Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes is overrated.
Why does that not surprise me?
Was one of them Alabama?
No, one of them's Winthrop.
Oh, yeah. Would be a North Carolina school.
Would be. Who's the other one?
For those that don't know what we're watching, we were watching college cornhole championships. One of the participants here is from Winthrop College.
Yeah.
And then I can't tell the other school.
I can't either.
Is it Liberty?
It wouldn't surprise me, bro.
I mean, I'm just seeing the red, white, and blue. That's what I'm thinking.
It would not shock me.
I don't see the Christian school participating in the cornhole.
Nah, wouldn't think so, but who knows?
Fair.
So when's beer pong going to be on TV?
I mean, ESPN the Ocho, baby. Corn Nuts sponsors this. That's huge sponsorship right there. The only person I ever knew to eat corn nuts was my grandmother.
I'm
not a fan.
I don't think I've ever even tried them.
Oh, I've tried them because my granny had them. I was like, well, let's see what these are about. And I'm like, oh, God, why are you eating these things?
Now I know why you got to drink to eat them.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, they were bad. But, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add to the corn nut.
Anyway, back to the games.
Yeah, let's preview them. First one up. Florida and Auburn tomorrow night at 6:09 p.m. on CBS. That'll be followed up by Houston and Duke at 8:49. In all likelihood, much later than that because we know that's just what happens when they schedule these games.
Yeah.
The commercials, the advertisements, everything that you're going to see is just, there's so much. So, first off, SEC matchup, Florida-Auburn. Guaranteed to have an SEC participant in the championship this year.
We are.
Florida beat Auburn the last time out in the
SEC
tournament.
Yep.
I mean, very similar records between these two programs. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be good. Florida's a 2.5-point favorite.
They are.
Over under is 159.5.
Man.
Thing is, both teams can score, but they both play defense well.
They do.
Defensively, we'll talk about that in the next matchup because that's going to be fun.
That game's going to be a banger.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good.
Not that this game isn't.
No, this one will be too. This is just going to give you a taste. But the Saturday evening, that game.
I've already made plans. I'm not doing anything.
I'm watching that for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to watch both games. I mean, that's my game plan.
Yeah.
The second one definitely has me a little bit more hype.
Oh yeah.
And the ability to see either of those teams play Florida or Auburn for the title just has me hyped too because that's going to be a good game too.
I think no matter what matchup you get at this point.
I mean, I'm pulling for Duke to lose simply because I don't want to see them win anything.
I get it.
I like Bruce Pearl. I kind of hope Kentucky would have gone out and hired him. I probably talked about it on the podcast. Bruce Pearl has the energy, he has the personality. He would fit the Kentucky fan base well. Now, Mark Pope definitely has the same thing. I love Mark Pope. And I'm happy with where we're at. No need to go back and rehashes, but I do like Bruce Pearl. I'm a Bruce Pearl fan. And watching Charles Barkley get all excited watching Auburn win, it gets me kind of hyped too.
Yeah.
I just like what he does. His players love him. I would love to see Auburn win. I would be happy with it.
I'm not anti-Auburn winning. I'm honestly, like I know in
I'm
my
down for
personal
Houston.
bracket,
I would like to see Houston Auburn play each other because that'd be a good matchup, number one. But neither one of these teams have won a title, to my knowledge.
It'd be the number one. I believe it'd also be the number one offense against the number one defense.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah. Which one breaks? That makes it intriguing, right?
We were right on the Houston game last week, though. It was pretty much a race to 60.
Yes, absolutely.
That part we were right. Sorry, I had to bring that back up. That was hashing old stuff, but we were good on that one.
Well, the way Tennessee was shooting.
Ooh.
All right, so Florida Auburn.
I feel like I got to put up 15 points in the first half.
Auburn's got a Player of the Year candidate in Johnny Broom. From everything I've called him for years, but I heard it said Johnny.
Johnny.
I was like, Is that really how it is? Johnny Broom? Like,
Johnny Broom.
no, it's Johnny. Like, I mean, I'm pretty certain.
I'm with you. I was worried about him last week watching the game.
Yeah.
That ball before he left the game, or whatever you want to landing, whatever you want to call that,
Yeah.
it looked like every joint in every extremity hyperextended at the same time. Like, it was just weird. His ankle kind of looked like he tweaked his ankle a little bit. His arm kind of hyperextended. His knee kind of hyperextended. And it was just like, oh, what's hurt?
Yeah.
And then for him to come back and then kind of bury a big three, and it put like everything at rest for them. It was done. But Florida and Auburn, that game's going to be a banger. I missed the Florida game last weekend. I watched 3 out of the 4 games. That was the one game I missed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I got to see all the ass whoopings. I didn't get to see the good game, which I would probably have thoroughly enjoyed.
Of course.
I mean, Texas Tech up 10 with 3 minutes to go or something like that?
That's crazy, right?
That's nuts. Nuts. Sitting here looking at this.
So we had Michigan State,
Yes.
Florida, Duke,
Yep.
and Clemson.
Yep.
The Clemson thing was fucked.
I don't know where that was.
Yeah,
That was us just taking a shot.
We did take a shot. I mean, if you're going to win one of these brackets, you got to hit somewhere. Like, if we took Arkansas over St. John's, we're going to be,
Who
right there.
Who knew? Who knew it was going to be so chalky?
I mean, yeah, that's surprising. All 4 ones are in the Final Four for only the second time in history.
Yeah, 2008?
Yeah.
I believe it's the
something like
last
that.
time.
Yeah, so it's been a while. And, but it was chalky from 1 to 4. You know? I mean, it's
the Elite 8, what was the highest seed that was left?
3 was Texas Tech was
the highest seed?
Yeah, 3 seed was the highest. You had 1 and 2.
Duke was a 1 and 2.
1 and 2 and a 1 and 2. Yeah, you had Auburn, Michigan State, Duke, Bama.
Yep.
Houston, Tennessee, and then Florida, Texas Tech.
I mean, crazy. It's never that chalky.
No, not at all.
And the odds of, this year though, you look at. Have you seen the Ken Palm statistics for these 4 teams?
Yes, all in the top 10 in history.
Insane. I
mean, that's pretty impressive.
It's not that we got 1 or 2. They're in the top 10 in the history of that metric.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Is like, what's allowed that? Do we really have that much more talent, or are these 4 teams head and shoulders that much better than everybody else? Because
at this point, I think they're head and shoulders that much better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Duke flat out. They had 1 close game in the tournament.
The Zona game was as close as it's been for them.
Yeah, and then
they destroyed Mount St. Mary's. They destroyed Baylor. Then they came up against it with Zona, who was shooting with them.
Yep.
And that's what it takes to beat Duke. That's kind of a problem I think Houston's going to have. They're going to have to turn them over, and they're going to have to get points in transition to beat Duke.
Problem with that is Duke is like the number 2 defense.
Exactly. So
that's the problem that they're going to run. Like we talked about this earlier. This is going to be a low scoring affair. I think the over and under is 136.5 or something like that. Another race to 60.
Yeah.
With 2 really, really good teams. I don't know. Like I said, I picked Duke in my personal bracket to win it all, but any of these teams could win easily.
I agree. So,
easily.
Matchup wise, Florida and Auburn, it's going to be a battle about rebounding and whose threes are hitting.
That's it.
I think with the way these teams spread the ball, the way they spread the floor, and being able to, especially for like teams like Florida and Auburn, offensive rebounds lead to second chance points, right?
Yep.
So that's what's going to dictate this game, and who wins that offensive rebound battle is going to determine, I think, what wins this game.
I think I agree with you. I think it's going to be offensive rebounding and whose 3-pointers are falling.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, who's hitting, who has and you can get the open looks to get that higher percentage shot, right? So, I'm sticking with Florida. That was our run on the Jabbo Pod official bracket, and so I'm gonna go with that too. I like it. I mean, Florida's probably hasn't been as polished as they were coming into this tournament, but then again, I mean, they've proven they can beat this team. They've gotten, I think, 2 looks at them this year, if I'm not mistaken. So that will. I
like Florida, but I'm all about the Auburn plus like 2.5 too.
Oh, I'm big fan of the plus 2.5 for Auburn. This one's gonna be close. And it's probably going to come down to if that doesn't hit, they're going to lose by 3. You know, and you're going to be like, shit. But
that'd be one of my bad beats.
Yeah, I mean, the last time they played, Florida won by 9. This is different. This tournament, do or die. Everything's left on the floor. The only way I see this not working is Auburn can't hit shots and they're getting out rebounded. And if you know,
I don't know. I don't want to say that Auburn's not going to hit shots because, God, we've seen guys come in high.
But Condon, if he's out rebounding Broom and he's getting the better of Broom on the offensive end, then that's where you'll see Florida's going to be able to dictate the pace of the game and they're going to have more second chance.
Yeah, that's going to be the matchup.
That'll be the matchup. Condon is just that dude is he stretches the floor and he can spread it out.
Yeah.
So he can force you to guard him on the perimeter and also down low. And that's what makes him so unique in that aspect. Because, I mean, Broom's similar in that style, but he's just, he's more gritty, I guess you could say.
He's more, I want to bang it up.
Yeah.
I want to be.
I mean, he can step out and hit a 15-footer, but really, I think he earns his keep in the paint.
Yes, sir.
And that's what makes him who he is. Like I said, I'm going to stick with Florida here, but I do like Auburn to cover.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a very close game.
Yeah, absolutely. 160, would you take over? It's 159.5. I think I'm going to take over in this one.
The sad part is both of these teams.
The last game was 90-81.
Both of these teams are good defensive teams, too.
Yes.
That's what's crazy.
Last time they played,
90-81. So they got 171. What's it, 165?
159.5.
I would take the over on that.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take the over. I'm a fan of this. Last time they played, $90-81. Oh, they only played once this year. They didn't play in the SEC. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry.
Yeah, and they won at Auburn.
They won at Auburn?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, making the Florida look really good.
But I mean, this Florida team won the last 6 games on the year after a loss at Georgia, and Georgia wasn't anybody to sneeze at because a home game there is not necessarily a easy task.
No,
especially when you're bringing a top 5 team nation there. Yeah. So on to the next game. This is the one we're hyped for. Houston, Duke, Final Four matchup. The late night game Sunday in San Antonio, or Saturday in San Antonio, 8:49 p.m. Duke is a 5.5 point favorite. I'm loving Houston covering.
I like the Houston plus 5.5.
Yeah. Over under, we talked about it earlier today. 136.5.
Man.
I'm thinking the under.
That's 65.
Here's the thing though. Duke has a potent offense.
Duke has the ability
but Houston
to
has the
get
number 1 defense.
Hot.
Yes.
and just stroking.
But, I mean, Tennessee had that ability as well.
Tennessee had it, Alabama had it, and
Well, we're saying Houston could shut them down. Defensively, this team, and you saw it in the game with Tennessee. Tennessee didn't get a lot of good looks.
Tennessee didn't get a lot of good looks. And
They
the looks
started
they were
forcing
getting,
stuff, especially when they got down big early. They started forcing, and that made this difficult for them. So,
Yeah.
Houston's going to make this game difficult for Duke to get good looks, and they're going to make it difficult to score. Doesn't mean they can't, because that's how good this team is. A talent like Cooper Flagg, who is just, generational talent. I mean, it is what it is.
He was fantastic. And the sad part, he wasn't even their leading scorer against Alabama. He was more of the, I don't want to say distraction or defensive worry for Alabama.
No.
And he just kind of let the game come to him. He didn't force anything. Con Knippel played fantastic.
He's good.
He is good.
There is
a
in the
lot
NBA next year.
There is a lot of lottery picks going to be on the floor tomorrow night. A lot. And man, I'm the Houston plus 5.5. I think they are going to get over the 135.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they'll get it. I don't think it's going to be a lot over
136.5.
130. They're going to be over that. I think it's going to end up 71, 68.
Yeah.
Low 70s is going to win this.
They'll get you over. So
unless you hold Houston to like 50.
And I mean, that could be a possibility. I just don't see that happening.
In all honesty,
this Houston team, I hate using the same word twice, but gritty. And they are. They're nasty. They're in your face defensively. They play the entire 40 minutes and with 100% intensity.
Yeah.
And that they're in the moment. They play like their life is on the line almost. And it's just, they play with a sense of urgency. They just do it so well. And I love watching Houston play because of how hard and determined they play. You can love that about any team. It could be Duke that plays that way, and you would love to watch guys that give it all on their floor and leave it on the floor. That's what Houston does.
What Houston reminds me of is the old who was the coach at Arkansas during the Todd Day?
Nolan Richardson?
Yeah. The old 40 minutes of hell?
Yep.
That's what Houston does.
Yeah, but they don't do the full court press, which you don't see a whole lot of teams do anymore.
Nobody does it now because you can get to that. That can get you in a lot of trouble quick.
You have to play it well. That's why it was great. They called it 40 minutes of hell for a reason.
They could do it.
Because all 5 men that were on the floor, despite any of the 8 or 9 that were in the rotation, all played one-on-one defense better
yes,
than anybody else. And that's what made those teams so great.
One of my favorite games that I watched from that era, I watched UNLV go into Fayetteville.
Yeah.
And that game was crazy.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
Crazy. UNLV won, but I think they only won by like 3 points or something. It was some stupid high-scoring game, like 97, 90.
That's crazy considering
94.
Arkansas's defense, yeah.
But it was like nobody could miss. It was one of those like, we're a good defense, you're a good defense, and yet it turned into an offensive shootout.
I mean, sometimes that happens. That could be the case with Houston and Duke.
It could be.
Both teams get hot, and it just, everything starts falling, and that's how these games happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's how the Duke and Arizona game got to where it did. Both teams just lit on fire, and they had damn near 200 points between them.
Yeah.
So
it's just like, oh, man. But, I mean,
I assume you're going to take Duke in this one.
I am going to stick with Duke in this one.
I'm going to take Houston.
I do like Houston to cover the 5.5. Though.
Definitely. Absolutely. I'm going for shits and gigs, just play the under on this one.
You're going to play the under?
I just want to see it happen.
It's not bad.
No.
I mean, this game could legitimately turn into a defensive possession by possession,
Mhm.
having to play good fundamental offense
Yeah.
because both teams play defense well. I mean, they're the number 1 and number 2 defense teams in the country. So, like, this could
They're not going to hold Duke to 50.
I don't think they're going to hold them 50 now.
Yeah.
I don't see Duke. I mean, I don't want to say I don't see them being that cold, but it's what Duke has that they normally don't have. Is they're normally one of those smaller teams, and this year they're the second biggest team in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Cooper Flagg essentially running the point.
The only time Houston covered that over would be the Gonzaga matchup when it was 81-76.
And that was they had to. I mean, Gonzaga played great that game.
Yeah, but
Just
I mean,
not quite good enough to win.
It was under for Tennessee game 69-50.
Well, I mean,
Purdue 62-60.
Tennessee was lucky they got 50 points.
So, I mean, that's the only time it eclipsed it, though. I mean, the best was Gonzaga. They gave them 76 points. That was the tightest game that they've played in this tournament.
Purdue was
Purdue was close too, but
I mean, their win
low
was
scoring, and that's what worries me about Houston against Duke. Duke's going to score a hell of a lot more, I think.
Can Houston keep up?
Yeah, I think you're gonna and that's what I said earlier. I think they're gonna have.
Man, you're talking
to turn Duke over.
You're slowly turning me into like wanting to take the under on this game.
Yeah. So you want to take
it.
You want to. They're going to have to turn Duke over, limit the possessions, don't give them offensive rebounds, and then convert, and make points off the turnovers. That's what's going to win Houston this game. That's what I'm going to see happen. That's putting it out there. That's what's going to happen for Houston. Houston's going to end up in the final against Florida.
Well, here's the thing. Houston and Duke both rely defensively on turnovers. The problem is, neither one of them turned the ball over. Houston had, 2-3 turnovers in the Tennessee game, I think? Yeah. Duke doesn't give up very many. I don't know. I'm going to have to think on this one a little longer. Arkansas note for a minute. You know that Oliver Miller passed away.
Who?
Oliver Miller.
No.
Yeah. Or as I lovingly call him, Fat Ass Oliver Miller. A couple of weeks ago. Shout out to
Heart problems?
OM. If I had to guess, yes. If I had to guess.
He's a big dude, though.
Him and Tractor Trailer both.
Yeah. But it seemed like he got bigger in the NBA.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
But he played all over the NBA, didn't
he? He played for a bunch of teams. But I think, if I remember correctly,
Dallas?
Phoenix drafted originally.
Phoenix?
I think. I could 100% be wrong. But I want to think it was Phoenix.
Oliver.
If I remember correctly. Because that would have been the 93 or 94 draft.
The Big O. Oh, he had cancer.
Ooh, even worse. Sickle cell. Right?
Oh, no.
Anemia is a form of cancer, right?
Look at this career history of the pros. The Suns.
Yep.
92-94. 94-95 with the Pistons. 95-96 to the Raptors. 96-97 Mavericks. Back to the Raptors for 97-98. Played some Greek ball in 98-99. Came back to the pros with the Kings in 99. Looks like he got traded in 99 to the Suns and ended his NBA career there with the Suns in 2000.
Because he can't stay healthy. Can't stay his weight.
Now he played in Poland. He played in the ABA, the IBL, or CBA, I guess.
All of those guys I expected. I expected him to be the worst out of that trio.
Yeah, hold on. He came out of nowhere, though. Came out of nowhere in 2003 and 2004 and played for the Timberwolves.
Okay.
Then back to the Looks like he was
And-
back in the ABA,
Lord.
ABA, and the PBL.
Hell.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, my man. He's been all over. He was a CBA All-Star in 2003. He led the league in blocks in 2003. CBA, not the NBA.
How is that? I mean, he did have like a 7'2" wingspan for a guy that was only like 6'9" or 6'8".
Yeah, he's 6'9". Dude
I
was
mean-
huge. I wonder what he weighed at his heaviest.
Oh, dude.
He was listed at 270 pounds
Ain't no way.
at the beginning of his career.
Okay, where'd he finish?
Nah, he's still 3. At his NBA career, in the middle of his NBA career, 380.
Damn.
They said that seriously reduces mobility and stamina. No shit.
No shit.
He was on that Zion diet.
Jared Lorenzen diet.
No. Dude, for a guy that heavy, which I mean, he ballooned after his career was over, but Jared Lorenzen can fucking throw a football,
I'm not saying he couldn't.
and he was hard to take down.
Well, fuck, he weighed 300 pounds. He's no shit.
Pillsbury Throw Boy, that's the nickname.
Hey, dude, that's a good nickname for him too. I mean, he could light it up. I know. I saw it. I watched it. But it's just like,
He won a Super Bowl with the Giants as the backup quarterback. But he came in for one play in those playoffs and had like a 20-yard run. You're like, oh, boy's trying. He's hustling out here. He's like,
that was all he had for the playoffs.
Yeah, he was like,
gasped for the rest of the playoffs.
yeah, don't look for me anymore, boys. I need a cheeseburger out here.
Imagine trying to tackle that.
No, that would suck. I mean, but you got to think.
Got
Like,
a 300-pound quarterback.
guys like Ray Lewis and people would step up and be like, I want to try to tackle him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I hope I get the opportunity to put the stick on him.
Have you seen the interview with Ryan Clark talking about how he could make the tackle on Derrick Henry coming through the hole?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody like, you
Come on.
crazy.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
Ryan.
I got him 10 out of 10 times.
Come on, Ryan. No.
Ryan, good for you for having that much confidence.
Yeah.
But no.
You're not Cooper DeJean.
Oh, dude. That wasn't in the hole either.
He hit him.
He hit him as he's looking back to make a catch.
So
He wasn't running.
I would put him down. It was a tackle. That was a tackle.
It's a tackle. I'm
It was
not
a
saying
great
it's not,
tackle.
but it was a little overblown.
No, it was not.
You
You said you could make that tackle.
I could.
That's so much bullshit.
Derrick Henry wasn't looking at him.
Dude, we
He's
know
looking
you
back
can't.
to catch it. I mean, I can pick up 220 pounds, 240 pounds, 260.
The dude's muscle, though. Nah. Mm-mm. Don't see it. He would shit on you.
Winthrop dude playing a chick now? What the hell did that happen?
And she's blonde? No shit. I can see that. Is her last name? No, her last name's not blonde. So what's the point?
Her name Weaver? Oh, it's teams. Who is this team?
Bryant, Quinn, and her name's Blonde.
Yeah,
No
it is
shit.
blonde.
Blonde Weaver.
Yeah,
Like she was born, like, I don't know. I don't have a name. What color's her hair?
blonde.
Cool. That's it. We're going to refer to her by her color of hair.
Who is this team? They're the Bulldogs. What Bulldogs are yellow?
Adrian Cornhole. I don't know.
I don't know who that
It's
is.
stupid ass NIL, I'm sure. Like, you don't, there's,
Dude, I know, they give out bowling scholarships for women.
they do.
Yeah. You can go to college on a bowling scholarship.
Oh, it is. It's Adrian College.
Really?
Yeah, Adrian College Bulldogs.
Hmm.
Apparently, they have a decent NCAA ice hockey.
Ice hockey team? Ice hockey and cornhole. Good on them.
They compete in Division.
Good on them.
It's a private United Methodist Liberal Arts College in Adrian, Michigan.
Okay, that explains why they're good at hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Probably that explains why they're good at cornhole too. It's hockey, and then it's hockey when it's cold, and it's cornhole the rest of the year.
Yeah, right. For 3 months of the year, it's warm.
I don't know. That's the thing again. I don't know how Michigan gets football players to come there. Like, I don't get that. It's cold as. I don't want to play up there.
Chargers reach 1-year deal with Trey Lance for $6.2 million.
How is this guy still getting paid? He's trash.
I know.
If he was any good, San Francisco would have kept him. Yeah,
That's true.
San Francisco. That's when San Francisco's got to eat too. They traded up for that dude.
Your dollar's trying to get your attention, just so you know.
What would you?
Yeah, just a quick break.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
No, I'll talk about it. So a funny thing was that we talked about earlier was Lamar Jackson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. have a trademark dispute over the number 8. And of course, we all know Dale Earnhardt Jr. was number 8, his dad being number 3. And now there's a patent to try to stop Earnhardt from putting the number 8 logo on his car for merchandising purposes. It's the style of the 8. I guess JRM 8 they had used since 2019, and they restyled that 8. And I guess the styles are too similar from what the brand of Era 8 by Lamar Jackson wants to use.
It's stupid. It's a number.
But yeah, so that's what I don't get. I guess the way they designed the 8 to look are too similar.
Yeah, but the 8 on the old Budweiser 8 was before the Lamar 8.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Budweiser 8 was in like 2000, 2001.
I'm just saying, like, Lamar, go back to the drawing board.
Lamar was 3.
Yeah. Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his dad have been around way longer.
Yeah. Junior's my age. He's actually 1 year older than me.
So that's what I'm saying. But
he's old as fuck.
They've been around longer. Just give it up, dude. Go back to the design board.
He's doing the same thing with Troy Aikman.
Oh, over the 8?
Over the 8.
So Lamar Jackson just wants to be an asshole.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Because apparently, because he wears 8, it's his number.
You're the only one to ever wear number 8? Or put it on the side of a car, on a jersey. So what? Who's a good number 8 in the NBA?
There's probably other good number 8s in the NFL.
I mean, yeah. But what I'm saying, like,
I mean, Troy Aikman's a Hall of Famer.
I mean, outside of Kobe. I mean, you got Kobe who wore 8.
Yeah, Kobe did wear 8.
I mean, then he went to 24, but I guess Kobe would be the greatest at number 8, though.
You could say it depends on who else has wore the number 8.
There ain't nobody better. I mean, that's you go sue Kobe post-mortem. Moses Malone wore 8.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And George Gervin. He only wore it for 1 season. Moses Malone also wore his later in his career for the Bucks.
All right, let's see this. I'm looking it up now. I'm looking the NFL stuff at now. I believe Steve Young was a number 8.
He was. So was Peyton Manning. Early on.
He was 18. He finished up at 18.
Yeah.
Go back. Who wears a number 8? Sorry.
Trent Dilfer. You go sue Trent Dilfer?
Keenan Allen wears 8.
I mean, Steve Young and Troy Aikman are. That's my childhood.
Yeah.
Archie Manning wore it too. Mark Brunell.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Cousins
let's get him on.
8. He does wear 8.
He had a bad year.
Yeah.
We are big Kirk supporters around here.
You know what he didn't have a bad year in? He didn't have a bad year in that wallet, though.
No, he's fine.
That dude has made more money
Loaded.
with one
Betting on
playoff win
himself.
ever.
Betting on himself, though.
Dude, you know whose fault that was? That was Dan Snyder being a shitty owner.
Yeah, no shit.
Now we're not going to give you the $40 million guaranteed for like a 4 or 5 year deal.
Yeah.
But we're going to franchise tag you and pay you $45 million twice. You got what was it, 21 year guaranteed on the franchise?
Math ain't mathing, dude. It's not mathing.
No, it was 20 it was 20 on the franchise tag 1 year, then 25 the very next year when they did it again. So you gave the guys $45 million in 2 years, and then you let him walk out the door.
Silly.
Yeah, that's Dan Snyder for you. Awful. One of the worst NFL owners of all time.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
Absolutely. Since we're wrapped up in some NFL stuff, we're talking about, we saw Colorado had their pro day today.
They did.
We had Shedeur Sanders and, of course,
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter is supposedly the number one top-rated player in this draft.
He's number 2.
Well, what they said was he was number 1 on the draft board for, I guess, overall. My thing is, there's one person you take.
Carter. It's Carter all day.
Yeah, Abdul Carter is the guy. He's going to be, he is Jalen Carter. He's Myles Garrett. He's Micah Parsons. In this draft, that's this guy.
If I was Cleveland, I would take him number 2.
You're pairing him with Myles Garrett?
Yes, all day long.
Quarterbacks will hate to play Cleveland.
Cleveland's defense over the last few years hasn't been bad. Their problem's been their offense.
Yeah.
I would put him if he is sitting at 2, I'm drafting that guy no matter what. If I'm Cleveland, I go out.
If I was number 1.
If I'm Cleveland, I go out trade.
If I'm the Titans, I take him.
I'm not against that. I'm not sold on Cam Ward or Shedeur at 1 and 2. I'm not sold on him.
Jackson Dart seems to be our favorite when we talk about it. He can be had later.
Dude, you can get him in the second round.
Yeah.
You could be Cleveland. This is what you do if you're Cleveland. You take Abdul Carter 1. You trade up into the back half of the first round, get rid of your early second round pick, and you get Jackson Dart. Yeah, you give up another pick or 2 down the road, but you get a
guy that we think, and we've been great the last 2 years at picking who's going to be good here.
Yes, we have. We've been on that.
I mean, we didn't call Jaden Daniels being as great as he was, but we said he was the best quarterback in this draft.
I was on that hype train way early too.
You bet LSU to win it all.
Yeah, because of him.
Well,
he did win the Heisman Trophy though.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. But we talked about Jaden Daniels and we talked about C.J. Stroud the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are this year. And I mean, we're telling you, Jackson Dart's going to.
I think Jackson Dart in the right situation could be good.
It's got to be the right situation. Cleveland's not it, because that's where quarterbacks go to die.
This is what you do if you're Cleveland. You somehow make a deal with Atlanta. You trade for Kirk Cousins. You let Kurt be your starter. You let Jackson sit on the bench for a year.
But offensively, is Kirk Cousins going to have a better year in Cleveland than he would in Atlanta?
Atlanta's moving on from him.
Obviously, as you should. But what I'm saying is, would the year he just had with Atlanta and the weapons he had in Atlanta,
I think
he's better served. He's better served for Atlanta than Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like you're coming into Cleveland. What are your weapons?
Who is the kid?
I mean, Nick Chubb's a former shell, or just
Chubb's going to be a shell of himself. I just cannot imagine that he comes back anywhere close to where it was.
And if he does, I mean, that'd be awesome. I would, because the dude's had 2 fucking dirty, nasty knee injuries.
Jerry Jeudy isn't terrible. Isn't that who they traded for Denver? Didn't they trade for Jerry Jeudy?
But I think Jeudy left, didn't he? I think he was on his last year of his deal. Or not?
I can't imagine you don't trade for that guy and let him get away. especially
No,
with,
he's still there. I mean, but that's the thing. You got him, but okay, you've named one weapon for him.
let's see. They still got who's the backup? They still have Jerome Ford. I like Ford. I don't think Ford's a terrible running back.
No, he's not. He's been pretty solid.
Yeah, he's been very solid as backup there.
I mean, but
And he was a suitable starter when he was gone.
you do know, like, when we look at this roster, like, QB1 is Kenny Pickett.
That's my point. That's awful.
Deshaun Watson. I mean, there's no
Watson's
way
done.
they're not moving. Yeah, he's not gonna play one snap in the NFL this
They're still trying to get out of that too,
year, as they should.
because of he apparently tore his Achilles again,
Right.
and then like sometime in late December he's supposed to be in a walking boot. He did a TikTok video with no walking boot on. So if they can prove that he's not following doctor's orders and stuff, they can void his contract and get out of it. Me personally, I'd have just cut him. Just fucking eat the cap hit and cut him. Be
Right.
done with it.
All right. Tell me if you know any of these wide receivers.
Okay.
David Bell.
No.
DeAndre Carter.
He sounds familiar, but I'm going to say no.
He's been in the league for 7 years. Went to college at Sacramento State.
Okay, nope, don't know that guy.
Caden Davis.
No.
Jamari Thrash.
Nope.
Cedric Tillman.
Who are these fucking guys?
Michael Woods II.
Bums.
That, outside of Jerry Jeudy, are the wide receiver group for the Cleveland Browns.
Any of them young?
They're all young. The oldest one was DeAndre Carter. He's 31 years old. Everybody else is,
And I don't want to go there.
26 years or younger.
I don't want to go there.
No. Tell me about these tight ends. You know Njoku.
Yeah, I like
Right?
Njoku. Njoku's
Yeah,
actually
who-
played very well last couple of years.
Blake Whiteheart.
Nope.
Trey McKitty.
No.
Brendan Bates.
No.
I know Brendan Bates because he played at Kentucky, but if he didn't, I would have had no clue.
I get it. Maybe that's not the best place for him. But at the same time, if you are Cleveland and you end up, because I don't think
Cleveland can't afford to absorb that contract to deal with the Deshaun Watson shit.
I don't blame. I mean, fuck, dude, you got to be able to get somebody. You can't just let it roll with Kenny Pickett. I mean, he's definitely not the guy. I just don't want Jackson Dart to be put in a situation where he has to start right now. That's my biggest issue.
I get that. That's perfectly fine.
Because I think he definitely could be.
He could use time.
What about the Raiders?
Geno Smith.
Sit behind Geno?
Kirk Cousins?
No.
Oh, Jackson Dart. No, that's a good move. But, I mean, they just paid Geno. Like, are we going to continue to do this?
I mean, it's not beyond the realm of Pete Carroll to pay a quarterback, draft a guy, and then start the guy he drafted.
No, I mean, that's Russell Williams. Or Wilson.
Yeah, that's what Russell Wilson was. 3rd round pick, and he just come out and fucking took a job from Matt Flynn. Like, took it.
I mean, Matt Flynn thought he had it, too. He was like,
well, what they paid him, he should have had it.
well, no shit.
It should have been his job. And no.
The 3rd round Russell Wilson. The funny thing is, the Eagles were going to take Russell Wilson in the 3rd round that year, but Seattle took like 2 picks ahead of him. And it was like,
I mean, I liked Russell in college. I thought it was fucking crazy for Tom O'Brien to tell him you're either here all the time or you got to go, because he wanted to give baseball a try.
Yeah.
Which,
that's ridiculous.
That did not work out well for him, but
He was drafted by the Rangers.
He was drafted. He was actually drafted ahead of Aaron Judge. Which, if that's not crazy enough.
But if you go back in baseball and look at this kind of stuff, it is nuts. Like, you can see so many people that got drafted over eventual Hall of Famers.
Yes. Yes, because I think Aaron
Like,
Judge.
especially football players.
I think
Like, did you know A.J. Brown was drafted in that MLB draft?
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. You know who, arguably, if you want to talk about stuff like that, arguably is the greatest athlete of all time is Danny Ainge.
But it's true.
He was drafted in the NBA, was drafted into baseball, and then he could have been a football player. Who was the catcher for the Minnesota? That was so good for years.
Minnesota?
Yeah. God. I don't think he doesn't play anymore, but he was the Minnesota catcher a few years ago. I'm having a brain fart on his name. He was actually
AJ Brzezinski?
No.
Like older than that?
Older than AJ.
Oh.
He was a perennial all-star at catcher.
Joe Mauer? Yeah.
They played.
He's probably the most famous one. Yeah.
Played in the early 2000s.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer was, where was he born? I feel like it was in the Midwest. Whatever state he was born in, he was that state's Mr. Basketball and Mr. Football.
Wow.
Like he had scholarship offered to like all the big schools to come play quarterback.
Yeah, he played football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah. And was good in high school at all of them.
He's the only athlete ever to be selected as the USA Today High School Player of the Year in football and baseball.
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew it was two of them. I couldn't remember if it was but he also played basketball too. I mean, that's crazy.
Football, basketball, and baseball.
I mean, that's just nuts.
He averaged more than 20 points a game as a point guard.
Yeah.
He was named to the All-State team during his final 2 years in high school.
Yeah. On top of being the school's quarterback and also being probably their best baseball player.
So the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
He had his senior year, 66% completion percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Threw for 3,022 yards.
Okay.
41 touchdowns and only 5 picks.
How many rushing yards probably added on top of that?
It doesn't say.
But still, I mean, that's sick in high school.
Yeah, he was the Gatorade National Player of the Year in football.
I think he did just fine.
I mean, he chose baseball, which makes he's a Hall of Famer. So, I mean, it makes a ton of sense because we know there's way more money there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way more money in baseball, as we can see. But
we were supposed to be talking about the draft, and now we're out here in left field.
This is what we do.
Literally, because we're talking about baseball.
We're just a bit outside.
We are just a bit outside.
It's what we do. It's what we do, sir. Maybe we get us a Jobu.
They definitely need a Jobu around here.
It's right there.
Have no bobbles.
Yeah. Jobu. I don't hit this ball, Jobu. I forget you. Lord. Jobu.
It's like, is he smoking like a big cigar, or is he? What is it?
That looked like a blunt.
It might be a blunt.
Looks like a blunt, sir.
Gotta love the Jobu magic.
Yeah. I had to double take this label for a second. As I was spinning around, I was like, you just hand me a beer can with a fucking unicorn on it?
There's a beer one of these breweries make called Unicorn Farts.
Unicorn Farts.
Yeah.
I mean, got to be horrible. Anyway, what else we got? I saw something earlier this week that I thought was interesting. What was it?
Oh no, I'm just like I'm back on. I was going to quotes. I've had like 10 of them run through my head. It's like nice catch, Hayes. Don't ever fucking do it again.
Don't you ever do it again. that movie was great. I haven't seen it in a while. I need to go home and watch it.
It's so good, man. One of my favorite movies of all time.
There's
so it hits why we were just a bit outside.
That's it. And we lost our namesake not long ago.
What?
I said, and we lost our namesake not long ago.
Yeah, old Harry Doyle.
Oh, just a bit outside, and he's hitting the mascot.
Well, it's like the end of every episode is one of my favorites too.
It is.
This post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
That's it. Should have been sponsored by Jack Daniels.
Speaking of sponsorships, holy shit.
I know, we've been slacking.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
We need some good feels. Maybe that'll remind us.
Good feels.
Yes, sir. Good feels.
Yeah.
So, I need some of that cannabis seltzer. You know, at getgoodfeels.com, they offer a new era of refreshment. Crafted with high-quality natural ingredients, these beverages provide a consistent, enjoyable, uplifting experience.
I love it.
Perfect for any occasion. You can get 20% off, too.
I'm
Just
order
use the
some.
promo code, man.
Just gonna order
Jab
some.
of the pod.
I'm going to order them.
Let's go.
Order them as soon as we get done with the show.
Go ahead. We can start chugging them on air.
Yeah.
See what happens.
We'll get-
cannabis seltzer.
We'll get good feels, and then we'll forget what we're talking about. Which, you know, that's every show. Squirrel!
Bird!
Oh, man.
Yeah, but use Jab of the Pod for that.
That is it.
In the meantime, you can get some new gear, get geared up for the Final Four.
With oldglory.com.
Yes, sir. That's
Over
correct.
300 items of...
300,000 items.
Yeah,
It's from music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture.
Yep.
They have officially licensed merchandise there, too. Officially licensed.
I like it.
Yeah, so you know it's legit. They got it from, like, bands, sports teams,
Dude,
movies, TV shows.
Yeah, just that stuff. That's... The sports stuff isn't cheap just to have anything officially licensed from that.
Exactly. So, I mean, you get a discount there.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
With the promo code Jabo the Pod.
Jab of the Pod every time, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
And then last but not least.
no, we don't need to throw that one in right now. We can get that. Last but not least. Let's dig into some baseball.
All right, what we got?
We got some baseball. Right?
What do you think of these torpedo bats?
That's what I want to talk about. I was interested in what you thought.
I don't like it.
Why?
I mean, I understand it's all about the long ball in baseball. But I just think it was really weird that it just started with the Yankees.
Well, they're the first ones to use the bat.
It's like, let's try to figure out a way to get around this. And then they just made you feel sorry for the Brewers, is what it did.
But do you think?
But you say that, and then the other night
But
they didn't play well and had
what
16
about
strikeouts.
But what about this bat, though? I mean, it's legitimate size. There's nothing bigger in the barrel.
No.
So what is it scientifically that makes this bat so much better? Because, like, can you imagine? I've seen guys hit home runs at the end of their bat, right?
Yeah, I've seen them.
You ain't hitting a home run off the end of the bat of a torpedo bat.
No, you are definitely not.
No.
You're definitely not. I don't think you're getting them with anything on the closer to the hand either.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't hit the sweet spot,
It has to be the barrel.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's when it does hit the barrel, it
It's
goes
gone.
farther.
Yeah. The recoil and stuff, design of the bat.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I'm old school about stuff. But, you know, it ain't no different. They'll figure out they'll use it, and then every team will have it. They're like, ooh, we're hitting home runs, we're putting asses in seats. Which I think now it's more than just the Yankees using them. I think there's a couple of teams using them now. But I'm not a huge fan of them. But
I mean, I think if the bat was approved originally and it meets all the requirements that baseball had for it.
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I think baseball.
I think it's going to have its pros and it's going to have its cons.
Well,
You're going to see someone hit a fucking dribbler off the end of that bat. Or they're going to swing and miss because they're not getting the portion of the bat at the end of the barrel.
That's it. I agree with you. And you're going to miss some of that in the middle too.
Yeah. I think it's just a risk you're going to have to take as a batter.
It is.
And I'm not for it or against it. It's here to stay.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's not like we're going to say, "Oh, let's make aluminum bats good again."
Oh, hell no.
We're not doing that.
No.
Those things.
That's a safety issue.
Well, yeah.
That's a safety issue all the way around on that. That's not.
Well, yeah.
I don't even know why they're still using them in college.
I don't know either. They should have switched to wooden bats. I mean, because you got guys in college. I mean, Paul Skeens was throwing gas in college.
Yes.
So
yes, he was.
I mean, can you imagine just hitting one? Oh God.
101 on the end of an aluminum and coming right back at you.
And the exit velocity on that is nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't know
why. You know
why.
what I would be a fan of? Home run derby with an aluminum bat.
Ooh, I'd be down with that.
That would be fun.
I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
I'd be good. I want to see somebody jack fucking one 600 feet.
Yeah, just see it clear out the fucking stadium.
I saw a view today, and I know neither one of us are Pittsburgh fans, but of like the stadium and the angle they had it. PNC Park, their like stadium is really nice. Like their like scenery around it, where you get the city skyline right behind it and stuff. Like, I know you see it all the time in New York with their stuff, but like the smaller cities, it's more, to me, I think it's prettier than the smaller cities like that. You don't need, 15 million people around it. I just like the way it looked. It was really nice.
It is nice. I agree with you.
Apparently wasn't nice enough for the 11-year-old kid who pulled the Paul Skeens uni, but I don't blame him on that one.
He's a Dodgers fan.
I get it. No, I get that too. I 100% get that.
I'd much rather have the $1 million.
Yeah, but he didn't get $1 million. It sold for $1.1 million, and I'm sure the auction house took their cut, which was probably 10 to 15%.
Probably 10%.
Okay, so you're losing $150,000 on top of it right there.
And then after taxes and everything, he clears $850,000.
I don't think he clears that much. I think he clears $700 to $750.
Okay.
I know, I get it. But if you look at the ticket value of just the seats behind home plate, it was almost $1 million in that.
What was it, 20 years or 25
30
years? Oh, it's 30 years?
2 seats behind home plate for 30 years.
Pirates suck. They've always sucked.
I know they suck. But if there was ever a time if there was a 10-year stretch,
well, I mean,
in
think
that
about
30 years,
you got 81 home games a year,
right? At an average, my brother looked it up. The tickets behind home plate run
$100
between $200 and $800.
Okay, for the Pirates, it could be on the low end. So
no, that is for the Pirates.
Oh. I guess when good teams come into town, like let's say
the Yankees,
the
Phillies, the
Braves. I mean Dodgers. Teams that travel well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Maybe.
I mean, you think 800. And here's the thing: say there's a 10-year stretch where they're really good. This is all hypothetical, where they could arguably be the best team in baseball for like a couple years stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Those ticket values go way up. You're not looking at 200 to 800. You're looking at 500 to 2,000.
I mean, that's a good point.
I mean, you can always sell tickets, bro. Somebody is going to buy them.
Touche.
Here's a Pirates fan somewhere that would take him in a heartbeat. Pitt had been a little older, though. He'd have probably. I know he's a Dodger fan. I'd have took the money too. But
wasn't he a Dodger fan that lived in like Texas too?
I think so. Weird.
Asshole.
Weird.
Fuck this kid. He's like, I love Otani.
Dude, I live in
He
North.
just started last year, bud.
Look at me. I live
Was
in
he an
North.
Angels fan before?
Dude, that's.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's like, I'm just going where the money in the World Series are. Let's go there.
Dude, that's every kid in the Little League World Series where they ask them who their favorite player is. It is always, oh, it's this guy. It's
Otani, Mike Trout, or
Aaron Judge.
Bryce Harper. I mean, I get it.
I get it, but you ain't everybody. You ain't
I love Bryce Harper. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I mean, but he plays for my team.
Yes. Yes.
I love JT Realmuto. I love Nick Castellanos. I love Trey Turner.
They play for your team.
Yeah, exactly. I
If
love
Trey
them
Turner
all.
played for the Mets, you'd fucking hate him.
100%.
That's
Even more so if he played for the Braves. I fucking hate Acuna. And fucking Profar got fucking caught with PEDs. Get that, bitch.
Acuna's nice though.
Cheating motherfucker. I bet all the Braves are cheaters.
Dude, here's the thing.
That's the best part about baseball right now.
The Braves.
Winless Braves.
The Braves are struggling.
Winless. Winless.
Here's the thing.
Nothing.
It would not surprise me, and it is not outside of the realm,
Braves are 0-7.
that there are a lot of people still juicing in baseball.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Like, I have no doubt there is.
Who do the Braves play?
I think what happens, I think the MLB office every now and then says, all right, whose name are we going to pull out of the hat so we suspend them so we can just say, hey, we're doing our job.
Exactly.
That's what I think they're doing. I'm sorry. They made too much money on it. Guys are still jacking home runs. I'm not saying they're bigger, not stronger, I'm not saying all that. But at the same time, it would not surprise me at all if
Juicing ass motherfuckers.
Right. There's a lot of sports that if you ask me, I wouldn't care if they were juicing.
Like, imagine football if guys were juicing.
You imagine Ray Lewis on juice? Ed Reed on juice.
I mean, that whole Baltimore defense on juice.
Brian Dawkins on juice.
Dawkins wouldn't, though. Like, that guy's not. I mean,
No,
Ray Lewis are similar. Ray Lewis would actually curse. Brian Dawkins didn't curse.
Brian Dawkins would kill you,
Yes.
and then thank God for letting him kill you.
He did. I love B-Dawg. My favorite player of all time.
I'm just saying that, like, imagine give him the little extra pop.
Give him an extra edge on it. Yeah.
Boom.
No, you don't want that.
And attitude.
Yeah, I don't know. He came to play. He was like, because everybody that played with him always like, man, I just want something of what he got.
Whatever he's got, I want that.
I want that. I need that. I need just a piece of what he's got because he's jacked the entire time.
Dude, at 90 miles an hour all day long.
Mm-hmm.
All day long.
But anyways, I know, back to football again. Braves, 0-7. Worst team in baseball.
Dude,
you can appreciate that as much as I
know
do.
I can. I saw some stuff on this earlier. They are like hitting as a team like 216 or something.
Not even. Their best hitter is 186.
And they're maybe that's what it is. They're hitting less than 200 as a team.
Yeah.
And then they're like, OPS is only like 210 or something like that. It's something ridiculous. And
they've scored 14 runs in 7 games.
That's crazy. The Yankees scored 20 in one game against the Brewers. I was thinking about the torpedo bat. The Yankees had that game, and then I think a couple of games later, they turned around and they had a combined 16 strikeouts.
Yeah. Well, that's how the Phillies were in their first game. The Phillies struck out like fucking 16 times. It still won.
How do you strike out 16 times and win?
It's nuts. But we came back at the end of that. So, I mean, it's weird. I don't know.
I
mean, Phillies are one of the best teams in baseball right now at 5-1.
Yep.
Your Mets are at 4-3. But the Braves are 0-7 and sit as the worst team in baseball. Now, the run differential is not the worst. Want to take a guess who has the worst run differential?
I'm gonna guess it's either Oakland
no.
Chicago.
No, you were leaning in the right direction.
Sacramento.
Earlier.
Sorry.
No, you were leaning in the right direction earlier.
Oh, was I?
Torpedo bats.
Oh, the Yankees?
No. Who did they kill with the
Oh, the
torpedo?
Brewers.
Yeah.
The Brewers. It's got to be the Brewers. You're right. Yeah.
The Brewers actually have produced 24 runs, right? The Braves have only produced 14.
What's the run differential there?
But
How many runs have they given up?
49.
Ooh.
Minus 25 on the year.
Already.
I think the Brewers will correct that. That improve. The Braves are minus 18 on the year.
Yeah, I don't see that lasting there.
What, the Braves sucking?
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope
I mean, it's not,
fucking miserable.
it's not going to
all
hurt
year.
my feelings if they do, but I don't see it lasting.
But we will say the A's and the White Sox both worst in their divisions. 2 and 5. They're both 2 and 5. The White Sox actually have a +1 in the run differential right now.
What?
The A's, though, have lost 4 straight.
Ugh.
Minus 20. Right on time.
The Whites?
Right on time. But as was last year, too, the Rockies suck ass, too. Rockies are awful. They're 1 and 5, and they're minus 13.
I'll tell you, I think I'm going to start doing this as of this weekend. I'm going to bet against whoever the White Sox Athletics. I'm going to bet for whoever the White Sox Athletics and the Rockies are playing every day.
Boom.
Every day.
It's guaranteed winner.
Every day.
Guaranteed winner.
You're going to win more than you lose.
Yeah.
And if you actually bet them individually, you will definitely probably win more than you.
I agree with you. But let's put it this way. If you don't take that advice, probably because you drink too many Shimmerwood beverages.
Ooh.
Told you about this.
New one.
Yeah. I don't know why we got 2 CBD seltzer sponsors, but we do. And we love them both.
We do.
We appreciate them both.
We appreciate
Anyways,
them both.
Shimmerwood's award-winning CBD seltzers.
Ooh.
They combine full spectrum CBD with natural fruit shrubs, and they deliver a refreshing, stress-relieving drink that eases tension and promotes relaxation. Which I'm all about some relaxation. You're all about some relaxation, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Jab of the Pod, look how easy it is. The promo codes are consistent, baby.
They are. They are.
That's what
consistent.
we do. Yeah, shimmerwood.com. Check them out.
Shimmerwood.com.
They got a bunch of cool stuff. I got to look them up the other day. When we got the communication, they got some different flavors than what you're going to get, from Get Good Feel.
What do they got?
So these are a little bit on the funkier side.
A little more foo-foo?
Yeah, they have like a raspberry lime, a ginger orange, and a chai terry. And they have one that tastes just like weed.
Really?
Yeah. Called Just Hemp.
Just hemp.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you you like the natural flavor of weed.
There you go. I don't know who likes that flavor.
I mean,
outside of Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson.
So, I mean, they both enjoy it. But yeah, they have one just called Just Hemp. It's a shimmer seltzer. And yeah.
Awesome.
They call it clean, fresh, and crisp.
I like it.
Straight weed, baby. They make their shit with like Maine spring water. Yeah, I just imagine like going to like a fucking like waterfall in Maine. And just collecting barrels of this shit.
Some
and
spring.
then making the beers or making these seltzers with it.
Probably pops up in some little building they own.
Yeah.
Whole pool of it. They just pump it out of there.
But yeah, I mean, if you don't take this advice, then you might want some Shimmerwood CBD seltzers.
You got to figure that one out. That's weird. We'll talk about it in a little bit.
What, just hemp?
Yeah.
Let's try that weed beer. All right, man. I think we touched everything. You got anything that you want to add on this episode?
No.
All right.
I don't.
Do you remember your read?
Yeah. BigForks.com.
Yes.
The Chicago.
Big Fork Brands, baby.
The
I got a tracking number for the free shit.
Did you finally?
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm ready. Yeah, BigForkBrand.com.
It should be here next week. So at some point next week during the pod, we'll just throw it out here on the table, show you what we got. They're going to have like fucking hot dog sauce. And
I want some of that jerky. The jerky is what I'm waiting on. You know how I am about jerky.
I hear you, man. That's a good shit.
I'm down. If it's good, I'm in.
Me too. I want some hot dog sauce. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
I thought hot dog sauce was ketchup, man.
I don't even eat ketchup on my hot dogs. I'm a chili and cheese guy.
I love chili and cheese. You can't go wrong. Now, see, you can't do that during the 999
No,
challenge.
I can't imagine.
You got to
can
do
that.
plain dogs or you got to do ketchup. And like I said, me and my brother kind of funked it up a little bit and started throwing some random ass condiments on stuff.
Ugh, yeah, no,
It wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. We put barbecue sauce, put some hot sauce. We did a lot of different things to change up the flavor of the dog every time we did.
That sounds
I
horrible.
will say, successfully completed the 999 challenge.
Ugh. I'm already getting burpy over it.
Didn't puke. Definitely felt like it. Had juicy jaw. It got close, but I kept it down. And we even enhanced it and chugged every fucking beer at the beginning of the year.
Well, see, that's the deal.
9 straight chugs, baby.
This dude ain't chugging beer.
And you're a pussy, but that's cool.
I just don't, you know me.
No, it's fine. You don't have to. I'm going to see if I can improve to a level of on the 999 challenge.
You're going to try to do the 9, and 7?
No. I just want to make it all the way through it and not get juicy.
You just
hold
want
it all down.
You just want to be,
Yeah, exactly. I want to be able to do that. So I think after we bring Bob on for like an NFL preview,
yeah,
I'd say then we're in May. We're a little NFL dry and sad and missing football.
We'll do it then. We'll find us.
We're gonna find a game we don't give a fuck about.
An Athletics White Sox game.
I would care then. I'm actually gonna be. I'm gonna throw money into that game.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like under 4 runs for the game, under 10 strikeouts total.
No, it's
actually no over 10.
It's under 4 runs,
yes.
Over 10 strikeouts.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I want to take all the prop bets for that. All right, no,
the possibility for extra innings,
but 0, unless it's 0-0 at the end of the game.
Lord.
Oh God, that's gonna be awful. All right, hold on. No, we're gonna find that. Let's see if we get this on the schedule.
Find us a crap weekend for it.
All right. Let's pull up one of these 2 motherfucking schedules. All right, here's the White Sox.
What you got? What you got in May?
White Sox full schedule. All right. They play the Athletics April 25th, 26th, and 27th.
Can't do that one.
Sure. Oh, that's NFL draft prime. NFL draft time.
Yeah, that won't happen that weekend.
That's awful.
That's terrible.
I'm scrolling through, just seeing if I can find something else.
Look in May. Who are they playing in May? There's got to be a series in May. They playing the Rockies in May?
They play the Mets May 26th, 27th, and 28th.
It's got to be a weekend series too.
Yeah.
Got to be a Saturday.
That's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, that don't work for me.
Okay, hold on. Let's pull up the Athletics. Maybe they play the Rockies.
What is going on Memorial Day weekend? Who is playing on Memorial Day weekend?
Is that how you want to spend your Memorial Day?
I'm just saying we could do it that Saturday, and you still got Sunday and Monday to recover.
Yeah. I mean, the Athletics are playing the White Sox on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, too.
Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday don't work for me, bro.
No, I get it. No, you can't do that. They play the Phillies on May 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Not the weekend.
The A's, yeah.
Ugh.
But their start times suck. It's 10:05 p.m. on a Friday.
Oh, that's West Coast. They're West Coast games. We got to find East Coast games.
Yeah. All right.
Hell, at this point, we could watch them beat the Braves.
Oh, that's a good point. Did they play Braves? Because they're so shitty.
Just be shitty all the way.
Let's see if the Braves end up like having to play a good matchup. They get Miami in this series starting tonight, and then it's Philly. But they're at home against Philly. Oh, man, I hope we sweep them in that 3-game set. The Braves and Rockies.
Ooh, when's this?
Damn, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, that didn't work, buddy.
Braves and Dodgers. Friday, May 2nd. Saturday, May 3rd. Sunday, May 4th. 7 o'clock games. Or we can watch them play the Twins.
I'd rather have like an afternoon game.
An afternoon? You're not getting those on the weekend, buddy.
No, I know.
Yeah, your afternoon games. Yeah, I mean, if we get what we got next weekend,
Yeah.
we can do it next weekend. They play at Tampa Bay at 4:10. You get a little afternoon action.
If I can get all my stuff done, I can do it next weekend.
Saturday, April 12th.
Oof.
I don't think I have anything lined up. I would have to check. But anyways,
Hey, I got to look at my calendar.
here, let's just do this.
You and I both work on the same calendar schedule.
Yes,
We get told where to be and at what time to be there.
100%, sir. All right, so Saturday, April 12th. Here's the lineup of these games. If we do it next week, I'm fine. I'll grill all the dogs. We'll be good to go. Detroit at Minnesota at 2:10.
That would be. I don't care about that game.
The Phillies play at St. Louis at 2:15.
I don't care about that game either. I know you do.
Man, it just won't be enjoyable because I'm going to be sucking down a fucking hot dog and beer.
Yeah, I get it.
Um,
Next weekend probably would work.
Might not be bad. Dude, tickets are as cheap as $8 to that game. 2:15 Saturday afternoon in St. Louis.
$8.
Yeah.
What's the running price on the Final Four tickets? By the way, I was just curious. You just brought up ticket prices. I know ESPN usually shows that stuff. I'm just wondering what the actual price is.
Let's see.
Sorry, everyone. I'm being slack. No laptop for me this week.
Anywhere from $400 to $1,000.
Ooh.
Yep. All right, so back to these.
Yep.
Toronto at Baltimore at 4:05.
That's not terrible.
San Francisco at the Yankees at 3:05. But see, then I got to have Philly playing in the background. Your Mets play the A's at 4:05 next Saturday.
I could do that one because then if they lose, I'll be all right with it.
They're not going to lose. I'm betting the fucking Mets.
Me too. Me too.
Bet the fucking Mets.
I'm in. I'll make it happen.
4:05 next week. Dave Peterson's on the mound for the Mets, according to this.
Okay. That could change.
Cool. We hit all the advertisement spots. We hit all the sports.
Mm-hmm. We did not hit hockey. Only reason I'm throwing it out there is Obi.
Yeah.
Is Obi is right on the doorstep of Tyron Gretzky.
Yeah.
Saw a stat the other day. They had.
Guess what? He's not going to match him in points.
Oh, never. Golds, yes. Points, never.
Because Gretzky is also there's nobody that's going to match Gretzky.
No. The golds, that's fine. But here's the thing. Right now, the last thing I saw with Obi, he was short by 2 goals of tying him in 2 less games. So they could technically have like the same amount of goals and the same amount of games.
Yeah.
At one point. Which is just crazy. It's 847 or something like that.
It's fucking nuts.
Just stupid.
I agree.
Yeah, but Gretzky played like 20 years. It's like Jerry Rice records and Emmitt Smith records. Nobody's going to touch that shit because nobody is ever going to play that.
Tom Brady's.
Yeah. Those records never get in touch, buddy. Never, ever, ever.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to get 7 Super Bowls.
No.
You're gonna have to find a guy that has the attitude like Tom Brady did.
It's not a guy at that point. You got to find a whole group.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because
guys.
that's what the Patriots did. They were like, "Hey, we'll take the pay cut to bring him in. Take pay cut to bring him in."
And they did, and he did it. The problem is you got to have that mindset. Do you want to win?
Or do you want to make money?
Or do you want to make money? Because you can come here and you can still make a decent amount of money. You're just not making your top end. If you want to go to Cleveland and make your top end, go right ahead.
Hi, Myles Garrett.
Yeah, that's exactly it. still drives me crazy. I like Myles Garrett, but like him pretty much
Chasing
like,
money.
oh, I want to win. I don't want to be here. I want to be at a place I can win. Here's your
Solid.
$40 million a year check. I love Cleveland.
I would too.
Me too. But at the same time, like at a certain point, you've got enough money.
But here's the thing. Your legacy's still there.
I know. Look at Joe Thomas.
Yeah. Everybody loves Joe Thomas. Everybody's going to love Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett never buy himself a beer in Cleveland for the rest of his life.
Hey. Everybody but one person will love Myles Garrett.
Well, we know who that is. Wow.
Shots to the dome. Shots to the
With
dome.
a fucking helmet.
Woo.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is. Well, man, I think
who's going to be Pittsburgh's quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I'm glad Minnesota likes it. Nah, we're good.
I think I would be too. Dude's washed. Fine.
The problem is that JJ McCarthy, the pressure on JJ McCarthy at the moment though is unreal.
Yeah, it would be nice to give him the year to recover.
No, it's not. Hey, there's no year to recover. There is
not now. But I'm saying, like, if Aaron Rodgers came in, you got the year to recover.
I get it. That I get. But at the same time, it's like we let a guy walk out the door that just won us 14 games, 15 games. Anything under 11 for you is going to be a disappointment.
Yeah. So what is Seattle?
Seattle paid him like $40 million.
When you just had Gino.
Yeah. They could have just kept Gino.
I think Sam Darnold's going to.
I mean, they do still have Njigba.
Okay, but you got rid of DK.
You still have Lockett, I think.
Maybe.
You still have, who was the running back there?
Charbonnet.
Yeah, he played fine.
He was solid, yeah.
He was solid. I mean, the weapons are still there. I could see where you're trying to move on from the Pete Carroll guys.
Geno Smith wasn't a Pete Carroll guy.
He didn't come in. They didn't take him. Pete brought him in after they traded Russell. After the Russell trade.
Did he have the 1 year with him then?
Yeah,
because Pete Carroll's been gone 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why he wouldn't get.
Yeah. Because Pete orchestrated that trade, which fucking as an advocate of always trading down instead of up. What a fucking trade. What, 3 1s and 3 2s?
Yeah.
For Russell Wilson? Hey, was it 3 1s, 2 2s, and like 3 players or something like that?
Denver's fortunate they got Bo Nix. Because otherwise they'd be in shambles for years.
It's a combination of Bo Nix and Sean Payton.
Well, Sean Payton is good, obviously, is proven for years. It's going to go.
I mean, Bo Nix did surprise me in how well he played.
I agree. I didn't think he was going to come in and be this.
The fact that he finished, like, I think 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting is what's fucking crazy to me.
It all is.
Like, what? Look at his stats. His stats weren't terrible for a rookie, and he got his team to the playoffs.
Right.
But anyway, I think that's it. That's all I got.
Cool, man. Well, it's been a good day.
It has been.
A good week. And we got Final Four basketball tomorrow night, baby.
I'm hitting the liquor store tomorrow.
Boom. I like it. Well, until next time, we'll see you. Maybe next time we're bringing the 999 challenge.
Maybe. There's a chance.
I like the idea. Let's go.
I like the idea of recording it early and then just cutting in.
I mean, we could do it. I don't know if that's going to be great for us, but we could do it.
Yeah, we just got to record it and then go back.
Just come in every time and be like, hey, a little hammered.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
7th inning stretch.
7-inch stretch. I'm going to get puke.
7th inning puke.
Yep.
Oh, this tastes like hot dogs and mustard.
Why? Why am I puking up chunks of hot dog?
Exactly.
All right. Anyway,
9999 challenge coming. We'll have that one for you. That'll be fun. Maybe I can get TV came back.
Yeah. That's crazy. I got somebody pushing on my chair back here.
Oh yeah, there's a monster on
No,
the
not a monster.
table.
Well, it's a different kind of monster. But yeah. Yeah, there's a monster.
Monster on the table.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, man. Till next week.
Yes,
Hopefully
sir.
it's the 999 challenge.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna make it fun, and we're gonna do it with Keystones.
Keystones.
Respect.
I mean,
Or we can get good feels and see what it does. I don't think that's a good idea though. None of those things will.
it could probably help with the hot
Space-
dog consumption, though.
Space cadets right there.
Ooh.
Woo!
Where's my hot dog, man?
Dude, it's in your lap.
Oh, there it is. It's in my hand.
Dude, it's in your mouth.
There. All right, brother. Until next week.
Yes, sir. Deuces. We'll see you.
Yes, sir.